Hi, my name's John. Welcome to a sort of midweek video. Took a few weeks ago, a viewer of mine sent in a big box of Whitworth taps and dies, which I've found useful. I've given a few away and I've kept them for myself. He also sent a little DTI gauge and asked us if I could get Bob to have a look at for him. Well, Bob's keen to do another video, so what I've actually done is I've invited Bob up to my shop. He's brought some of his tools, so he's going to sort of strip this, clean it, rebuild it live on camera for us now. Right, Bob, how are you?
How are you? Nice to see you again, long time no see. Why?
There's your bench all cleaned off, ready for you.
Nice and shiny.
I'll bring the camera in and I'll go and get you a nice cup of coffee, yeah?
A nice cup of coffee. It's getting cold out there still.
It's not very warm.
Hi everybody, nice to be back on camera again. As John says, there's a viewer friend of his sent one of these in for me to have a look at. I don't think I've done a back plunger one on John's vids. I often get asked, I've been asked before, what's the best metrology to buy, i.e. measuring gear? And the simple answer is, it's whatever you can afford. If you can afford the best, well, buy the best. If you can only afford budget, buy budget. As long as it does what it says it's supposed to do on the tin, then go for it. Because not everybody's millionaires. Right, let's crack on with this little beauty. In all, it's American, made in the United States. Oh, United States of America. Sorry, my reading's not that good. It's not returning, i.e. it's not going back to zero. Sometimes it is, sometimes it's not. So we're going to take it all apart and give it a good clean. First thing, like I've done all the others, is remove the obvious. Now, I've never done one of these before, but the bezel should rotate. It does just. But that screw there is what you'll be able to undo to remove the bezel. As you can see, it's been living somewhere damp because it's rusty. Not much you can do with that within the UK because we're in a wet climate basically. They keep saying we're on global warming. I wish it'd hurry up. So that should just pull apart just like that. See the corrosion. Yeah. So I've got that off. Next thing we need to do is we need to get the hand off, or the needle or the pointer or whatever you want to call it. Now I'm limited at what gear I've brought with me. I don't think John's mentioned to anybody. I've had a new workshop built. When I get organised, John's going to come and do a video on it, but that's when I get organised. At present, I'm not nowhere near being organised. Right. Now, normally, you can use a piece of clear perspex, plastic sheet, but I haven't got any of that. So, bear with me. I'm just going to use 2 screwdrivers. Lift that off. And there's the hand off. I'm going to use, if my head's in the way, I do apologise. I'm going to use the lid of my tray to put stuff on. Put them in there. Put them in there. Now we're going to take these 2 screws out. Now if you notice, they're on elongated holes. So that means you can adjust it once you've taken it apart and put it back together again. Is you can see most of the problem that it's got, it's down to corrosion. That should be nice and shiny like brass should be, but it isn't. No. I don't wanna take this one off. Oh, it's been really awkward. I'll put one then back in. I don't think it's supposed to come out that way yet. Oops. Once there's a camera involved, as John says. Right, throw that into there. I'm gonna get me pliers and just that's well seized. Well seized. What you think's going to start out simple? It isn't. Oops. That's well, in for a penny, in for a pound. I've actually pulled that away. It doesn't matter. It's not structural. It's da-da, da-da, da-da. Right, John's going to have to pause the video for a bit while I hit this with a hammer. We've hit it with a hammer. We haven't really. I've managed to prise it out. I'm getting it out. And basically, I don't know if you can see inside there, it's just full of corrosion, dirt, muck, which was it's actually jamming that plunger. And how it works, on the back of here you've got a quadrant, and the plunger works the quadrant, which moves the gear, if you want to call it the gear. So the mini cog there, little cog, which in turn moves the hand. If I put the hand on,
You'd call it a pointer?
well, I call it a pointer, call it a hand, I call it the hand. Hey, that little gear wheel. But it's nothing's actually wrong with the movement. This bit's actually working fine. It's this bit what's jamming because of all the muck what's in there. So we're going to take all that to bits and clean all that out. Now it's easy said than done, he says. If you get me head in the shot now and again, don't worry about it. No, we've got to take the spring out. Take that spring out. Not saying we're going to get it back in again. Then remove the plunger. Ta-da! Oh, it's got a rack on. I didn't say the rack. I thought it was plunger, but it's on a rack.
Yeah.
See it? Yeah. I thought, looking at it, because I couldn't see the rack inside there, it actually hit on there, but it actually works on a rack. Now we're going to give this a clean. Gonna shift that. Don't get that. Don't get that. And basically, it's one of John's nice little stainless steel brushes. Now this aluminium stuff, it's good, but when you've got dissimilar metals and damp, you get an electrolysis type of movement thing going on, and it just causes severe corrosion. And give that a good scrub out. You are? Oh, yeah, it's lovely. I've got my coat on, like. I didn't have time to have a shave. I'd have a wash, like. Took my dirty clothes off. I couldn't find my usual jacket one I normally have on. Like everything else, the more you do, the better it's gonna be. Now, ouch, sharp. I've got one of these. They're relatively cheap. It's a fiberglass cleaning pen, and that's fiberglass, little bristles, and it's meant for like cleaning circuit boards up and. And we'll just give that a clean in there. Industrial cleaner. Leaves no residue behind, but it just helps clean components out and degrease them, but it evaporates and leaves nothing behind. I'm going to drop that in there, see what that fits like. It's very, very stiff. That should basically drop down under its own weight. Not a problem. What we're going to do, we're going to use some of John's magic elixir. Brasso.
You're not going to poke a drill down through it?
No, no, no. Some people would.
Aye.
Oh, I'll put a drill down there. No drills, no files. Sorry, I'm out of shot. All I'm doing is putting a bit of chrome clean or metal polish. I forgot to bring mine. I prefer mine than brass or light, but it doesn't matter. It still does that. What I'm doing is I've got some chrome cleaner off John, and I'm just normally I've got cotton buds, but
What cotton bud?
have you got a cotton bud? I was going to say, what do you want cotton buds for? That's what I normally use as a cotton bud. I take, sometimes you've got to, what I call de-size it. Take some off so it'll go down the hole, and you just work it backwards and forwards.
So you bring them in muck out like that?
It doesn't take much, but on these bits, the spindle, there's no oil. You don't put oil on, but that's what half the problem is. It gets contaminated with oil and it gets dragged in.
Yeah.
Swap the end over. That's better. Would be if I got it in the hole. Yeah. Now it drops back down on its own weight.
That's massive difference. Yeah.
Every time you put the little spring on, it'll be 100% better still.